Okay, I see a lot of people asking for story time on how I owe them $35,000 now. Okay, so I live by myself. I'm single. I don't have any kids. So I've been applying for food stamps like 2 or 3 years ago. I lied on my food stamp case and I told them I was homeless, and I told them that I didn't have anything. I was homeless. I didn't have nowhere to go. Blase, blase. And I told them that I wasn't working. So when I first started getting my food stamps, I started getting like $400 a month just for myself. So I'm just thinking everything cool, like, okay, I'm getting my food stamps. Nothing happened, So I decided to come on TikTok and tell people, like, if you're trying to get food stamps, you can lie to them and, nothing will happen. So that was a very bad mistake that I made, lying to them. And I really don't give a what y'all saying, because a lot of people saying you have lashes on, why you need food stamps. I don't care. If it's free, I want it. Baby, food is way expensive. And if I go in Walmart with $100, I'm really not going to leave out with nothing. Who want to keep spending money on food? Like, it's just too much. So when this was, they picked me up yesterday, but day before yesterday, I got a call. And they was like, hello, is this such and such? And I'm like, yes, hello, what's going on? They say, well, this is the people that's like, over the food stamp office or whatever. And they was like, we have a report that you have been putting false information on your application to get food stamps, and that you're not homeless, and that you do have a job. So I'm like, okay, who did you get this information from? So they was like, well, we cannot disclose any information about who we got it from, but we have facts that you have been lying, and you have to pay all of that back, and your balance is $35,000. And they also told me that they was filing charges on me. So I'm like, what the hell? Because at this point, I'm really thinking like they just playing, or somebody just playing on my phone, y'all. But yesterday, when I made the video and posted on TikTok, like 15 minutes later, the police came knock on my door. They was like, is you such and such? They read me my rights and they arrested me. And y'all keep asking me, how did I have my phone in the back of the police truck? That's because I didn't give them no problems. Like, I wasn't arguing with them. I simply got back in the back of the police truck, because the police car, because I know what I did. Was I wrong for doing that? Yes. But at the end of the day, I did what I did. And I don't get y'all nobody to judge me. But I did what I had to do at that point, because baby, food is expensive. But I bonded out 5 hours later, and I have to go to court. They didn't see me at court date yet, but when they do, I'm going to just keep y'all updated, because I know some of y'all don't, y'all just want to be in the business, but I mean, I did what I did, so now I got to face the consequences. And that's the story time.
So, this lady said, everything in this video is allegedly to cover myself. So allegedly, this lady said that she been lying to get food stamp, and she went online flexing and on TikTok talking about how she was lying about being homeless, etc. And she was getting a lot of money on food stamps, and she said somebody reported her. Oh, it could have been, well, because you on TikTok, it could have been anybody, really. And now they want the money back. Now, she did make some good points. When I say good points, I mean, like, she ain't lying about food being expensive. Like, you can go to Walmart with $100. You ain't gonna get nothing, especially if you me and you got two teenagers. Now, what a lot of people don't understand is that, yes, you can be held accountable if you've been found to be using false information when applying for food stamp. If you are like withholding income, all that type of stuff. I think the food stamp program make it easy for women to get, because I remember when I was in college, I was trying to get it, and because somebody was like, if you're in college, you can get $50 in food stamp. I was trying to get it, and I think I was working at Captain D's, and this I wasn't qualified for it. I was like, yo, I'm like barely getting by. I feel like women can get it easier, and in my experience, I feel like men had to go to the loops to trying to get food stamp. Unless you have kids, unless you're married, it's kind of like impossible for a man to pull this off. But I think what she messed up at is, of course, lying, and two, flexing on social media. And although she was happy, that looked like it went for her. But whether food is expensive or not, that's not really the argument here, because it's not like personal where it's just you. A lot of people are working their butt off to be able to afford groceries, and this lady was using taxpayer money, which is not a bad thing if you're doing it honestly. There are people who are really needed, who work, they don't have enough income, or they don't work, they're trying to look for a job. There are people who use it like they're supposed to be using it, especially when they have kids and stuff like that. And there are people who do abuse the system, withholding income, withholding information. Because, getting food stamp is really not that easy. Like, you gotta have, like, an income. There's an income limit for single, married, and depending on how many children you got. There's an income limit. For example, $1,500 for 2 kids here in Nashville. I think so. 2 kids, 4 people in the house. Now, if your income is over $1,500, you're not qualified for food stamp. If your income, it's like a little bit higher, you qualify for a little for food stamp. It's like that's just kind of like an ideal. It's kind of like the system kind of like discourage you from making too much money, or at least make money from doing side jobs, not on paper. It's just like it kind of push you in a situation because the income you're making could be too much to get you qualified. So people have to like force themselves not to work or not to work too much because they can't afford. According to the guideline, they're saying you make too much, you're not qualified. But in real life, what you're making is not enough to, take care of you and your kids. But that's the situation with this lady. But look like she learned her lesson, and it's also this video also help people to not trying to finesse the system, because last thing you want to do is get arrested for fraud and having to pay that money back, getting in more trouble to begin with. It's like a snowball effect.